Hello students, in this audio session, the line by line explanation of the poem I am discussing. So I am moving on to the very first line. And who art thou? Thou actually means you. Who are you? Said I. I here means the poet. To the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. That means the rain had a conversation with the poet, and the poet finally translated that conversation in a very simplified manner so that it is accessible to all the viewers and all the readers. So what was being told? I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. Now, who art thou? Means who are you? Eternal means it's something that is a never ending process. Impalpable, I already told you, which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, and most importantly, which cannot be described. So in these above lines, the poet asked the soft falling shower, who are you? And remember here rain has also been personified. To which the rain replied in a strange manner. The rain said that, or rather you can say told that, it was the poem of the earth and it rose continuously from the land and bottomless ocean in the form of water vapors. So finally it told the poet about its origin, that it's originate from the bottomless bed of the sea, and from there it's a natural phenomenon, it's a scientific phenomenon also. Finally it moves up towards the skies. Finally it forms it helps in the formation of clouds, and finally it rises in the form of vapors. That is also very important, from the bottomless bed of the sea. I am moving on to the next lines. Upward to heaven, hence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to lave the dross, atomies, dust particles of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. Now before we go to the explanation part, some meanings are also highlighted here, dear students. These meanings will also help you to clear up the concept. Hence means where. Vaguely means not distinctly, or you can say not clearly. Descend means to come down. Lave means to wash, clean or bath. Atom actually means small particles. So atom it means small particles. Latent means something that is hidden, that is concealed. So in this few lines of the poem, the rain is talking about its functions. That means it comes back again, not only to nurture and nourish and beautify or purify the world, but also to clean or bath the world from all the small dust particles. It cleans the entire earth surface from the dust particles. And not only that, here is an indication that already I discussed, that it helps in the process of germination of unborn seeds. The process of germination in case of these unborn seeds are latent. Now it is the rain that helps in the process of germination of the unborn seeds. Now I am moving on to the explanation part. The rain tells the poet that it rises upwards towards the sky in the form of water vapor, where it changes its form, condenses into water droplets. I already told you about evaporation, precipitation, condensation, formation of clouds. These things you have read previously in basic science. So here also in this poem, this thing is also described, but in a very interesting manner. So I continue. It also says that although its form gets changed, it still remains the same. I discussed it in my previous audio lecture session that though it changes its form, but its main, it still remains the same, but its main interior thing remains the same. Though it changes its form, but at the end of the day, it remains the same. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide water. It also washes away the dust and small particles from the earth's surface. And the seeds inside the earth grow into a plant because of the water provided by the rain. It gives life to seeds. Not only it gives life to seeds, even the parched environment, it's also refreshed with the falling of the torrential rains. That means not only it helps in the process of germination that I already told you all, but it also helps in the process of rejuvenating life in this earth or in this world. It helps in refreshment, it helps in rejuvenating life among the species in this world, apart from cleaning the world of dirt and atomies. And also it helps in the process of germination of the seeds. Now I am moving on to the next line. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. So it is a never ending process. Eternal I rise. And obviously not only the rain rise eternally, it seems that it's a never ending process. We say 24 into 7. It seems the same function is being followed by the rain. Eternal I and forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. That means whether the rain gets a recognition for all the good things that the rain is doing, the rain is never bothered about it at all. The rain is never bothered about it. So wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. It comes back to its place of origin, just like a beautiful music composed by a singer or a composer returns back after it enthralls the music lovers all over. Finally, like a extraordinary good music, soothing music, it returns back to the singer. Similarly, the rain also returns back to the place of its origin, that is the bottomless sea, from where it evaporates or vaporizes upwards. There lies the formation of clouds, water cycle, what we call in basic science water cycle, the process related with the water cycle. So let me continue. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Now we have to know what does wrecked or unwrecked means. It means whether cared for or not cared for. It doesn't affect the rain nor the poet if someone listens to the rain or not. Now the rain is not hungry for attention. Neither, like the human beings, it has greed, it has egos or anything. It does its work without asking anything or any favor in return. So there lies the main difference between human beings and the rain. Now, whether anyone pays any attention to the rain, whether anyone is listened to the rain or not, raindrops or not, it never ever matters to the rain itself. The important thing that matters is that it comes back again to the place of its origin. Wrecked or unwrecked, it means whether cared for or not cared for, it doesn't affect the rain nor the poet if someone listened to the rain or not. The rain says that by day and night it provides life, care, enrichment. I talked about nourishment, refreshment. It helps in the process of germination. It cleans the surface of the earth of the dirt, dust, and small atoms. These things are the function of the rain. And not only that, it helps in the rejuvenating process of not only flora but also fauna also. That means, to sum up, we can say it helps in the rejuvenating process of flora and fauna. So let me continue. The rain says that by day and night it provides life, care, enrichment, and water to a place from where it originated. The rain keeps enhancing the beauty and purity of the earth by preparing a life cycle for itself again. Water cycle, or we can say a life cycle. Its primary function is to enrich and purify and beautify not only the earth but also both plant and animal kingdom. The rain is just like a song that originates from its birthplace, because the last 2.5 lines of the poem is not related with the conversation of the poet and the rain. It is related with the rain itself. So let me explain those 2 lines that is also here given in bracket. The rain is like a song that originates from its birthplace, just like the heart of a singer, and travels to fulfill the art's needs and wonders. It finally comes back to the place of its origin from where it originated. Whether it is ruined or not, it returns to the original position with a lot of love to its birthplace. Now, wrecked or unwrecked, with love duly returns. That means the rain never ever bothers whether the rain is never ever bothers whether a good gesture is given to it or not, because it fulfills its functions and it is a ever continuous process. This water cycle is a ever continuous process, and finally it returns back to the place from where it has been originated. And there lies the similarity between the rain and the music. So I repeat the last few lines. The rain is like a song that originates from its birthplace, and again after performing its duty, it duly returns to the place of its origin. It finally comes back to the place from where it originated. Whether it is ruined or not, it returns to the original position with a lot of love to its birthplace. Finally, without seeking any favor or attention, it finally returns to the place of its origin. So it ends the stanza-wise explanation of the poem. Dear students, listen to this audio also, and if there is any problem, do please ask me. Thank you.